It's your boy Tipsy Japan back with another episode of ATAS across time and space. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm joined by my co-hosts over here on Cross Culture as well. Asking how you doing. I'm allowing him to introduce himself. On Christmas Eve in Japan.
Yeah. So we're still on the 23rd over here, but you already know it's your boy Ace. We back at it again. ATAS episode. Whoa, where we at? We 81?
81,000. Right? I think 1,000 or 1,000,000 as usual, but yeah, we back, and it's the day before Christmas. Oh, you got your cup. My hands are too cold. You're gonna hold my cup, but folks, yes, it's good to be back. Am I on ice right now? Let me just check. Am I on ice?
Yeah, you little.
I'm on ice
right now. Yeah,
I'm on ice.
Froze.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm on ice today, but I've been on and off the ice scale, and it's interesting place to be at this very moment. I'm gonna stop the cam, keep the audio going. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, we got you.
All right,
loud and clear.
We got you. Good. All right. So, just a quick wrap up of the year, the week. As we head towards New Year's, this is episode 81. So the question is, how am I looking now? No, no,
still froze.
All right, what's good? What's going on with Cross Culture? What's going on recently, man? What are the developments?
Right. So those who have hit that bell icon have known that I've gone live once in the last 2 weeks, and I just had a video drop today before the podcast. Trying to get into a little thing, making custom controllers. Shout out to WPL, Water Pulse Laser. You already know what it is. Hit me off with some graphical help. I made the logo myself, but he redid it so that it's the specifications that it needs to be in order to be put onto stickers. So I have the 2 stickers. That's a transparent one, and then this is the holographic.
Oh,
we wanted to start sending those out with orders. Yeah, that looks beautiful.
Now, hold on, we were over there on. Okay, I was over there on Cross Culture last week, and I don't know. There was a whole bonanza. We were talking about a bonanza, but there was actually a bonanza afterwards, where things were getting made. Just producing constantly.
Still got
all
that
of that.
one.
Yeah.
So nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen it.
Oh,
that's the first controller that was made right there.
Oh.
Yeah, a little shine to it. Yeah.
Does it have a name?
Does that one have a name? I wanted to call it White Gold, but it doesn't really do it justice.
Then call it Hakugin.
Hakugin.
Yeah.
What's Hakugin?
It's the same thing, but it's like whites. Yeah, I mean technically King, Gin, either one could be used to describe gold. Gin is usually silver, but when you look at the bank, it's like that's where you keep all the gold. So
Ginko.
Right.
Yeah.
The Kinko would be the safe inside the bank.
Okay.
Yeah, but Hakugin, it's hard to say Hakugin, so they say Hakugin. Yeah.
Just like origami. It's
origami. Yeah, you can't say origami. I mean, you can. It's not that hard, but yeah, I like that. What would you say are some of the differences between the first iteration and the second iteration?
Oh, you talking about the controllers?
Yeah.
The second one was a little faster as far as time. I think the first one I was streaming like an hour and a half.
You sure
were? The
were?
second one, it was under an hour, so I'm getting faster, a little faster.
Okay.
But I know that I want to start branching out to different types of controllers. Kind of want to save Joy-Cons for last because they're crazy to work with. But
you need a special thing to open them.
No,
special tool.
I mean, I have all of the tips, all of the. Yeah, it's a tri-wing. Got those right there.
Oh, okay.
See them?
Yeah.
Try wing.
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's like well, for those of us, or those of the who don't know what the tri-wing is, there's a tri-way screw on the back of Nintendo products to make them harder to open and hack. And so that's the purpose of that special tool, to be able to open those and deconstruct, reconstruct, and do your own thing with some of these devices. So what led you to the decision though to start
to do it?
Yeah, to do it. Yeah.
I was looking at getting into something working with my hands. I wanted to work with my hands, and I was just like, okay, I want it to be therapeutic. I don't want it to be something that I'm just like, oh, okay, I have to work with my hands again. So making these controllers, I mean, I've worked on 3 controllers as of now. So I worked on 2 custom controllers, but a friend of mine from church, he was saying, oh, I'm having trouble with the controller, this and that is happening with it. And I was like, well, I'm starting to get into customizing, let me see the controller. At the very least, I can clean it. I'll lube up the joysticks. I'll do a deep clean. I'll get in there with some compressed air, some contact cleaner. It should do the job. Right. So, I mean, when I got the controller, it's seen better days. So, I gave it external and internal cleaning. And he tested it out, and he said that the problem that he was having is completely gone. So sometimes that's all that's needed.
Okay, so it was like going in there, assessing the situation, finding out what the needs were for that person, and then you both fixed it and gave it a facelift.
No. So I didn't do any customization work to that one.
Oh wait, hold on. So this is a different one than the one you just showed.
Oh yeah, it's completely different. So I've done 2 custom jobs, which I gave one away because Christmas. And I have one on my Mercari page. But the other one from church that was completely separate, I was just like, hey, I'm doing this anyway. It'll give me practice. So I don't mind doing it.
Okay. For free?
Oh yeah, for free. I just boom.
Okay.
I showed him my work, so I'm getting like word of mouth out there. Like, hey, I do good work. If you're in the market for another controller, you know who to hit.
Okay, that's smart. Now, when you put it out there on Mercari, is there like a little markup there, a little, Yes.
So I definitely have to.
I saw the smirk. Yeah.
Because the parts that I buy, it's not like I'm making the parts, and I'm not using the old parts to make the buttons and everything like that. So I have to purchase those out of pocket. So I do try to recoup some of that. And I try to keep it fair so that I'm not like price gouging and getting a whole lot. But at the same time, I do need to make a little bit of at the very least to pour back into customization so that I can go forward with it.
Hey, there's definitely no shame in that game. Like the feedback and the actual valuing of that time and invested there. It's an important part. You got to monetize to put yourself out there on the global stage. Like this is a market. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, unfortunately, we're having those good old fashioned technical difficulties, different technical difficulties from what we're used to. So we got 2 different cameras, and they're both
still froze.
Down for the count. No. We're not going to stop that from letting the show roll on. We'll look for another option. Got another option in the works. But today we are talking about Disrupting the Game.
Yes.
By Reggie Fils-Aimé. We're looking at chapter 13. So that's the banner that you see at the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
It's not my updated banner, but okay, we'll take it. It's all about making courageous decisions. So, today we're going to look at some courageous decisions that were made. I'm going to start with the end of the chapter, though.
All right. Start with the end. Okay. Doing something
start
different.
with the end in mind, because he mentioned that the third problem of NOA and NCL, Nintendo Global or not Global, Japan and USA, was this culture clash. Okay, it was a clashing of cultures. And when you're at the top and these leadership positions, a lot of the smaller decisions are made by the people below, and you can actually deal with these more strategic decisions that don't necessarily have a right or wrong answer. They don't have a crystal ball, as he said, to know whether the thing is right or wrong. But you got to trust through a lot of communication, a lot of meetings, workshopping it. I didn't even know workshop was a verb until this listen over there on Everrand. I do recommend giving it a listen, pick up some new vocabulary as you go. But cultures clashing. So my question about culture clash and video games is it's going back to what I experienced here in Japan and in the States, and that's playing video games with family around. When we grew up, we were playing video games like all on the same screen. Everybody has their own TV in each kind of bedroom, whatever. And this is a result of our own, I think geographic and socio-economic position and all that good stuff. It all comes together, make it seem like that's just normal. But as soon as you step out of that, you start, make your own family, and you step out of your own maybe kind of like ethnic background and say, you know what, I'm going to see what it's like for other people. It's not that you chose that thing specifically, but you arrived in that place and you found love there. So you make a family and there's a different culture, and you're bringing your own culture and then incorporating some of that culture and bringing in video games as part of the culture.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot mixing them around.
It's a whole lot. So what is it like playing video games in a household of mixed heritage?
Ooh.
Is there a culture clash, first off?
No, not really. It's more so just don't do it 100% of the time and leave other things wanting, so dinner still has to get made, things still gotta get cleaned up, that type of thing. But it's never been like a point of contention, like, oh, all you do is play video games. Well, my wife is very gracious in the fact that she allows me to kind of take that space. She knows that for me, it's more therapeutic, getting out there and just connecting with friends that are back on the East Coast, doing just what we used to do growing up, playing video games together, conversing, chopping it up, and all that good stuff. And now getting my daughter into video games. She doesn't know this, but there's going to be something under the tree that's about that. I don't want to say anything too crazy, but I really think she's going to like it. She already has her own Xbox controller too, but that's just the pink one that they came out with. You still there? Oh no.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
My
there we go.
Voice. Yes, I'm here in spirit. Today, folks, I guess I'm streaming exclusively to Spotify. You guys can catch us over there as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just audio today. You can't hear me though.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. We're gonna have to ride out with it. All right. So the story is that your daughter has a pink Xbox controller, and you're not saying anything more about something that she has?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't want to risk by chance she's listening. I highly doubt it. They went out to look at some Christmas lights.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think that it'll spoil the surprise, but yeah, I have to give the update next week.
Okay. Now, all right. So family man, the question is, you get that space to play the games, but where is that space? Because, you've had the Switch, I think, since 2017 as well. That's 7 years.
No,
right?
I haven't had it since launch. I think I got it 2 years after or something like that.
Okay. But you can game on the go. You're not taking up that living room space. And the thing that Reggie mentioned was that like playing games in the communal space, you have to be careful what types of games you play in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because grandma and grandpa are also on that communal space TV. Big ups to Big O down there in Atlanta, I believe. We're gonna make sure that he's giving us a shout out, and I appreciate that. You're getting a lot of shout outs right now. I want to ask that question as well to the audience. We got two folks that I know good and well have played some video games in the audience. We're talking about gaming. So, what's it like? I mean, is there some politicking that needs to happen? Because I know over here in Japan.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's one TV. There's one real nice TV. But yeah, you can feel the tension in the air. Certain types of games, you can't just come up with this hack and slash if everybody's not into hack and slash. It's too much blah blah blah. You know what? You should have that TV upstairs. All right, away from the family space, because it's too violent.
Yeah. Agreed.
Are the games that you play too violent for family, or it's basically okay?
So one of them definitely is, and the better TV is downstairs. I would try to make sure that I'm not playing when my daughter was awake. So I'd wait until she's in bed, and then I would be playing, or wait till she goes down for her nap, and then I would play. But then she started waking up early from her nap, or not going directly to sleep. So she'd just like pop back downstairs. So she already knows what Halo is, and she wants me to teach her how to play. And I'm just like, girl, that's not yet. You got a long way to go before you can do all of that. But Halo, yes, Halo. She cannot play.
Oh, Halo is actually too violent.
Yes, it's rated mature.
That's true. The
I think your audio cut out. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think Reggie also mentioned that first-person shooters.
Oh yeah, big in the West.
Are big in the West, and like nothing in Japan. Oh, not nothing in Japan. Can't really do the first-person shooter in Japan with grandma right there. Too much. Right. Halo 5 only has a teen rating.
Yeah, WPL in the building.
In the building. I don't understand how Halo 1 had mature and Halo 5 only has teen. Because Halo 1, I remember there's like little characters running around. Hey, he's over here. Right, come on.
But there was a lot of blood.
You could change that blood into like slime or something.
Nope.
Like that.
It just wasn't red. Most of it wasn't red.
It's not blood.
But all of the Marines definitely, Yeah. I don't think Halo 5 had that much gore. I think it was mainly because of language, not suggestive themes, anything like that, but just language. The fact that you're mowing down enemies.
You are mowing them down. Yeah.
That's about it. It was more of a. Have you played Arkham Asylum?
Batman?
Yeah.
I haven't played that, man.
All right. So Batman, of course, is more of he's a detective, so he's looking for clues, and they really lean into that in that game. And they also lean into the fact that he's a beast with combat. But I feel like Halo 5 was more of a detective type of foray into Halo. There was a lot of little things that you could pick up, a lot of little mysteries to solve, a lot of little collectibles. Well, not collectibles, but like I said, different pieces and aspects to pick up.
Yeah. Okay. Am I back? Yes, here we go. When it comes to I'm gonna stop trying to turn on the camera because every time I do, it conks me out. All right, so when it comes up to, I guess the type of games that you would play in front of family, or try to get family in, or is gaming a family affair?
Not a family affair, but it might be with this new thing that's gonna be unwrapped.
Oh,
possibly.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Okay. Well, that does link back to this chapter very heavily. We had Reggie Fils-Aimé becoming the president of Nintendo of America, and then having to make some hard decisions. Understanding the market in Japan, understanding the market in the States, and what would sell, what could sell here. He had to change Nintendo a bit, and he had some pretty critical things to say about it as well.
He got some backlash too.
He got some backlash. Like, basically, you had in the States, you have a culture where people change jobs every 2 to 3 years is the new social contract. That's what my university's professors told me back in the day. Like, don't expect to stay at a place for longer than 3 to 5 years. Like, you go in, you do your job, do it well, get results, move up, go, either go horizontally to some other position within the company, or move up within that company, or move to a different position, a higher position in another company. Right. So like that's the standard. And as a result, when we look at that versus what happens in Japan, where people stay on average, he said at Nintendo was like 8 years, but there were people staying there much longer, Shigeru Miyamoto and these guys. That being said, Nintendo did bring on Satoru Iwata in 2000 and became the president in 2002. He was an outsider. So they know that they needed change. They wanted to be more aggressive and more, business minded, rather than just focusing on games and kind of losing track of what's happening in the market. So my question to you, though, is, this idea of working at a meritocracy, right? Meritocracy. Yeah. Versus stability. At this point in your life, what type of organization, if it had to be one or the other, I don't mean to be binary about this whole thing, but if it had to be one or the other, which type of organization would you feel more comfortable working in?
I would say for here, and there's a whole different culture when it comes to jobs and keeping them, and moving up or moving sideways, or moving to a different company. It's a lot harder here. This is the unemployment capital of the US. So
it's like the world.
if you if you move out of a job, then you better have another one lined up. So for here, it's all about stability. And I've seen people break their morals in order to keep a job. And it stinks. But it's like, well, if I don't keep the job, then I'm not going to have any livelihood. If I don't have livelihood, how am I going to survive?
Mm-hmm.
that type of thing. So for me, it's definitely for here, definitely stability. When I was back on the East Coast, it was like, all right, well, I like this job. Well, let me look for another one and see if I can't move to that position somewhere else, or just do something different somewhere else. I've had jobs in factories. I worked as a not an accountant, but an office manager / accounts payable. I've done audio visual for a very long time, but a lot of that was on the East Coast, and it's just vast and varied. But over here, it's been
you stick with it.
Two jobs. The last 5 years that I've been here, that's it. And the last 10 years, the time that I've spent here, it's been 3 jobs. But in the time that I've been, there was a small amount of time that we went back to the East Coast. When I went back to the East Coast, I had 3 jobs in the span of a year and not even a half.
Right. Maybe is that, I don't know if it's an East Coast thing per se. I mean, but it does say something about the socioeconomic reality of that area. If you're the type that's more mobile and willing to move and go wherever the job takes you, the digital nomad, as they say, then maybe you're willing to do that. But at the stage that you are in life, are you okay with being the nomad? It feels like in the 20s, it's easy to float around like that.
Yeah.
Easier.
You feel, I mean, you're like invincible. I can do anything. I can take on the world.
Yeah.
No. I need the stability, because
Slow down.
when I get out of work, it's like I gotta make sure I pick up my daughter. I gotta pick up my son. And I gotta get home, and I gotta start dinner. And if I'm too far out, then it becomes a thing of, if I can't pick up the kids by 5:30, then they charge us more. And it's like, I don't want to be put in a position where it's like I have to pay daycare more money in order to live.
And the thing is, like, that's what parents kind of go through, with the daycare situation everywhere. Nobody's gonna watch anybody else's kids for the same price. It's like, oh, I got you, unless it's grandma. All right.
Yeah.
Grandmas are few and far between right now.
Even they gotta work now.
They gotta work. Yeah. Can't just playing those games. But this is for the audience as well, man. Are you? No, I want you to think about that point that you are in your life right now, and that goes back to what Reggie said as well about assessing and understanding and looking clearly at where you are within the company. Mr. Iwata gave him a sit down and was like, Reggie, you got a lot of great ideas, and the team wants to support you, but you're not always right. You can't always be right. So you got to listen to what they have to say as well. And I want you to listen to every single person in the company. And Reggie took it to heart. He took it to heart, and as a result, he was able to assess where he was. And sometimes it is important just to stop and slow down and just say, where am I right now in life? Is it okay for me to be, do I need to be at this fast-paced position, constantly changing, or am I okay with being where I am? Where does my company at this time? What do they want to do? I'm looking at my company, for example, and they're restructuring the whole thing. It's part of a global company, restructuring everything. And even that conversation about talent, you can't keep kind of weak performers on the team, because it's to their detriment and to the team's detriment, to the organization, right? He had this one guy where he had to train up, and he was a very good technical worker, but horrible people manager.
Yeah, couldn't manage his team. It just stinks.
Right. So, as we look to the meritocracy, there's 2 types of merits, right? You have this technical expertise, and you also have people skills. And to be a good manager and a good leader, going back to that former cross culture episode as well.
Way back.
Right. You got to have a little bit of both. So when we look at 2024 coming up. Yes.
We still got a whole another week. Like, chill out.
And we don't. Do we have a whole another week? For me,
a whole
it's the
another
31st. Week. Are we going wild over there on cross culture on the 31st?
Going wild? I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Podcasters gone wild.
Oh no, nothing like that, please. For me, it'll be the 29th. For you, it'll be the 30th. So it won't even be the 31st yet.
Oh, how you mean? Right now it's the 24th for me, and one week from now it's the 31st for me.
And the 31st, or you're right, the 31st, because
absolutely right. It's Sunday.
Oh wait, no, what?
Yeah.
Oh, the 22nd. What? And today is definitely the 23rd, huh?
Yep. Senor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do it.
On cross culture, are we over there? We over there next week? I don't want to make them crumbs.
I mean, that's the plan.
Oh, okay.
That's the plan.
All right. I
don't know if I can do the following week, but yeah.
Right. We might be on hiatus from the 1st of January, but okay. So that being said, so we're not gonna say resolutions and everything just yet.
Nah.
All right, let's say
definitely not.
But on this point of meritocracy, stability, and your future aspirations, because people have future aspirations for more than one reason.
Okay.
Do you see yourself where you'd like to just stay in a stable job as is? The upside of that is that maybe things will just continue as they are. The downside of it is in the 20s, they say like, oh, it's going nowhere. Oh, it's just going nowhere. You know, it's like that's like a trigger word. I don't want to say that. But it's not. It's a cul-de-sac job. What's the problem with a cul-de-sac?
A cul-de-sac job.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or at this point in your mid-30s, and you're looking like, say, you know what? I'm okay with a meritocracy. If I work hard, play hard, then I can provide more for the family. But if I lose, then we lose big. Maybe. Or it's okay to lose. You know, we can change jobs. It's fine. We'll find a way. Where are you?
I feel like I wanted a little bit of both. That's why I'm doing the whole controller thing, selling those, because that's based on merit. You got to put in the work. And however you put in the work and however you're seen, and hopefully you get your stuff out there. But I need the stability. I'm not moving into that full time. I still need that stability. Like, okay, this is the regular paycheck. It's going to come through. This is the weekend project. All right. Boom, boom. I got the best of both worlds right now. But going forward, if this thing takes off, I got to hire somebody,
Yes, there we go. That's what I mean. Managing the people.
You got to do what you got to do. Right. We'll see what happens.
But you would be open to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Going into business for myself, I don't see a negative.
But not doing it all yourself,
Yeah, not doing it all myself. There's no way.
You trading time for money, and then money is limited, time is unlimited. So you're trading a limited resource, limited resource for
trading an unlimited resource for
a limited one.
Yeah.
Oh no, trading a limited. Hold on. So
time is unlimited. I mean, as long as you're alive, you have it.
Your own time is limited, right? Yeah.
Depends on how you look at
immortal, it. Right?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as you're alive, you still have it.
Right.
It's not like, it's like, okay, well, I'm alive, but I don't have any more time.
How much?
You could run out of money in your account.
How much time?
But once you run out of time, that's it.
How much time you got in 24 hours?
How many times do I have in 24 hours? I have 24 hours worth of time.
Exactly. You're not getting any more. Right. So how you spend that time? How you spend that time is going to be for the The main job is going to be managing other people who are doing like the craft thing that maybe you enjoy. If you really enjoy the craft, then maybe that feels like play to you, and you can get into the zone and just be in that flow as long as it's possible. That feels great, If I could stay in the flow right here in this zone where you just riffing to daydream, I would be in that all day. But folks, it's that time. So I guess I'll see you guys over there on Cross Culture the next time, episode 82. Thank you, everyone, for joining in the live comments. Hit us up in the main comments down below. Go ahead, point. All right, down there.
Right down there.
All right, hit us up down there, folks, and just send a message up. The sweepstakes is coming up next year.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be big, and you're gonna wish that you made a comment on every single episode.
Mm-hmm.
We can't
up your chances, please.
Yeah,
for your sake.
Oh man, I got some ideas, but okay. Big things are happening. Some strange things are happening with my camera today, but it's all good. Even if you can't see me, listen, get yourself a pen and pad, write it down.
Yes,
it's your boy TPC Japan telling you that's what it is. Hit him off, please.
You already know, it's your boy Ace Cross Culture, doing big things. Come through to the channel. Under Control Gaming. It's on the liftoff.
Ooh.
But until then, stay prayed up. Be blessed. Have a Merry Christmas. Be safe. Spend some time with family. It's not all about the gifts. It's about the time that we can spend. Stay prayed up. Be blessed.
Amen. Amen.